Hi, everybody. Are you ready to get started with the real thing? So many of you I know I did hi Rhonda, hi Tian, hi Christina. I did the walkthrough and then so you guys got to see the walkthrough. Um, I'm going to move some stuff here. We are going to get our album set up tonight, and I had a little bit of change I have to do on the tutorial schedule. So I'll only be doing tonights and then Thursdays. I'm going to get a Thursday morning tutorial in. Then, can you believe it's Labor Day? So I won't be doing one Thursday night, Friday, Saturday. I'm going to see about Sunday evening. We have our big Tomato Days celebration. We got a big booth there. We're in the parade Monday. So we will have a little bit of a break for you all to get caught up. So we're going to get started by setting up our album tonight. I did the one walkthrough where I had you put on your holes. Protectors if you wanted. Don't kill me. We'll have a couple that we cover, but it's no big deal because we're going to make these little things. And I like to get the album set up, and then we'll get our pocket pages and things set up with the paper. So Thursday when I do the live, we will be ready to go. So I'm going to start. I've already taken out my plastic sleeves. Hi, Brenda. And I've taken out pockets and dividers. And I'm just going to set these guys aside. Well, actually, I won't. Let me go ahead and get my foam folders out, and we'll get started here because there's one thing I like to do. This is super heavy cardstock. Hi, Michelle. And so I'm just going to burnish these while everybody's coming in. I'm just burnishing these two because they're so heavy, and I want them to be nice and flat. See how they kind of poke up right now? All right. So I'll set those aside. And that's all I was going to do there. And we're going to prepare two of our pages. I'm going to remove the pocket pages for a minute. And then I want one of the dividers. Whoops, I just want one divider. There we go. And what we're going to do with our divider, so you will want your cutters for this. Hi, Michelle and Brett. Hi, everybody that's joining us. I just want to get a good measurement here. And if you are wondering about what the album looks like, there is a walkthrough and everything's in the playlist. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, where's the one I had? Right here. We're going to start with one of the dividers. So my holes are away from me at the top. Now, if you have a 1/16 of an inch on your cutter by chance, you'll notice there's just one little mark before the 4. I'm going to cut there, but if you don't have that, that's okay. Just cut it at 4, and then you can take a hair off. We need to take a hair off because we're using it. Let me show you here. See that space? This becomes the flap. So, and I had thought of using this on the outside, which I still could do and move that up, but it was heavy enough. It stayed down. I didn't need to. So once you get the chipboard on there and the heavy cardstock, so I just pop that inside and it stays nice and flat. But you sure can when we get to that part. This can go on top, and then you'll just move. You'll move that up. And I might do that on the second one, this one that I'm doing now. But right now, I'll just pop that back in. And on part 1, if you guys missed part 1, in the playlist for Botanical Buzz, we did all the sorting of all of our embellishments. And now I got to do it again. I haven't done it on this second, because that was my sample tutorial I sorted with you, and now this is my actual tutorial. Okay, again, if you have those 1/16 of an inch marks, just stop at that first one before the 4. It's just a little bit. Okay, we're going to take that off. The second piece that we just cut in half will then it's going to be back here on another flap. Then we make a little pocket out of, and it's going to be at the bottom. So that's where that second one goes. And we don't want to cut anything off of that one. That is all the cutting. So I can set my cutter aside for right now. Somewhere. And then I want you to grab your pocket page, one of your pocket pages. And what we want to do right now is make sure we have the correct one. See the hole? So if you did put a hole there, I mean, not a hole, but you put the hole protector. If you went through and I can't remember if I told you to leave one off. You may have already put these little protectors on there. If you did, don't worry, because this is so heavy, it's not going to show. And we're going to actually put that on top. I did round my corners. And then we're going to score it. So we can put it down. We can put it down before we mat it. The top part is a little easier to, well, no, we can't. It's easier to mat without. So we're not going to mat it first, but we're going to prepare it. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and round my corners. And then in your scoreboard, and this is pretty hefty cardstock, so you're going to have to probably go over it more than once. You're going to score it at 1 inch. You want to score 1 inch on the side with the hole. Oh, we can go ahead. Let's do this one too. So let's do our second one. And we're going to score it 1 inch. And then we're going to score that end. I should have measured it then. And we score that at 1 1/4. So I'm going to turn this around. So my hole is now to the right of me, and I'll score this at 1 1/4. It's a little tuck pocket. Okay, so each one gets scored at 1 inch by the hole, and then a second one gets scored at 1 1/2. And I did round these corners also. So now I'm just going to burnish up these score lines, but I do it both directions. Because we want it to open nicely. But this pocket for the bottom, I fold it, it's going to be on the outside. And we don't want to glue it down yet. We need to mat underneath it first. And then we'll just glue the 2 sides. Okay, we need to set that with our flaps, which are over to my right here. Whoops. And then I'll do the same. We're going to just burnish both sides. And if you still wanted to get a kit, the girls put some more together. So we do have some more in the warehouse. They were able to put together some more of the full kits for you. So once we have this done, for right now, we're just going to put those 2 together. And that's going to be our first page. Now I'm going to start in the back. So it just makes it easier. So I'll go ahead and take that out. That's going to be the last one we put in. But we got those two done super simple. And now we want to go ahead and set up the book. Okay. Everybody ready? Because our last page is one of the dividers. Get things separated here. And the next one is that little, like, half. Ooh. Do I have my, hold on a minute. I think my book's upside down. There we go. Oh, that's still pretty close. I may have to trim that. Let's see what this is. This one is. This one's 4. Maybe it didn't get cut. Mine's a little bit big, so I'm going to have to trim it. Mine's over 4 inches. Nope. Can't do that without cutting it off, so I'm just going to take a little bit off that edge. Mine was going over the holes. Okay, that's better. But I do notice, see, you have a straight edge and then it curves. The straight edge is on your right. Hi, Linda. How are you? Oh, you know what? We have to cut another one. So, and it's actually, okay, we're going to cut another one. Glad I noticed that. Well, of course I would notice it, right? But we are going to cut that off at, what is this? Oh, that's correct, yeah. We're going to cut this at 2 3/8. So let me show you on the side with the holes. Of course, we don't want to cut that. So we want to cut from here 2 3/8. Check our size. Okay. Oh, I know. It's going to be really fun, Linda. Okay. I lost my thoughts here for a minute. That's still driving me nuts. Do you see how close that is? Let me close this. All right. Well, we'll keep an eye on that one. Okay. Okay. The next one is going to be a pocket page. Let me show you. So the front of our pocket is just going to be normal. It's when we turn it to the back, then I will, oh, there goes the camera. We're going to create this tuck pocket. But the tuck pocket, we don't want to put down till we mat. So I'm just going to put this in the front so I remember. And then that goes on here, right on top of, we're on this partial. Okay. Let me know if I'm going too fast or if everybody's okay. I know some of you, if you've just joined us too, I don't want to get too far ahead. If you've gotten your kit, and is everybody working with me, or are you guys just kind of hanging out tonight? Okay, there we go. It glitched out for a minute. Then we're going to have the page we just cut. Oh, you know, Lexi we just got kits shipped for those um, at the retreat who are virtual. And man, that girl, she's got it. She keeps us straight. Okay, then our next page is going to be the 4 3x4s. Hi, Suzette. So we have the 4 3x4 pockets. There we go. Okay. And then you're going to want one of your inserts. And then we're going to take this little flap. Like I said, when we put down the cardstock, you will need to have a hole punch. And I just use a regular hole punch, and it's big enough. Oh, I groomed her well? No, she's just one extremely smart lady, let me tell you. That kid's got a lot. She's just smart. 4x6, 2 of them. So there's a 4x6 at the top and one at the bottom. Okay, so we have another insert, or just a plain page. I call them inserts, but I guess I should just call them plain pages, huh? And we have another plain page. But I'll tell you what, they don't come out looking so plain when we're done. I just love it. Okay, and then we have 2 3x4s and a 4x6. 2 3x4s and a 4x6. We are extremely blessed to have her. I am so blessed to have her. It's just amazing that she's just really loves what she's doing here. Okay. And then our next little fold out page. And again, mine are so close. I may end up trimming that, but we'll wait and see. Okay. Then we have another full insert. Then we have our 6x8. And then we have our pocket where we created our little flap. I'm going to close that. Excuse me. And now we're going to go back. And we want to get our these guys. So we're going to use our tabs. And I put tabs on 3 of them. Ooh, you guys. We have to put some of the December daily for next year showing up already. Just back there on the table. Oh gosh, so exciting. Okay, see this one right here? This is our first little half fold. Go ahead, a 4x6 fold out. Flip that over, and we're going to grab this insert. And it's the insert right after that 4x6 half page and in front of your. Okay, I did something wrong here. Close your book. Let's check this really quick. Four by 6. Oh, you guys, that's why that's there. You know what? I'm going to bed after. We've been working, getting ready also for the big parade and everything. I'm excited to have our store in it, but man, we're dying. Okay, this is the tabs that come on your sticky sheet. If you haven't worked with these before from 49 Market, they're really quite nice, but you do have to glue them down. And this tab's going to go right at the very top. So I'm going to glue the back first. And you've got to glue them. Ooh, you know what? I don't have a cloth. And they do seem sticky, but they're not as sticky as time goes on. All right, let me get one my cross. Then you can just add your adhesive and we can fold that over. Oh, I will, Tomalee, and I can't wait. I mean, our float, she hand painted it. Wait till you see it. But it's very redneck. It's very Tomato Days. It's very Hooper, Utah, which is just a bunch of old farmers. But I'll tell you what, people come from everywhere for this celebration and rodeo. So it's going to be pretty fun. Okay. We're going to leave this out for a second. And we actually should have just picked 3 inserts to do. So that's what I'm going to do. I just want you, we'll change some inserts around. So behind, I know we've already set it up, but we'll do some moving around. You have 2 of the blanks. Let's just pull those out because we do need them to set up the center tab. So it doesn't matter which one, just pick one, and we're going to put one at the bottom. Okay, Wilbur, quit it. We're going to put one at the bottom, and then we'll have one in the center. It is. It's good old family fun, for sure. Yeah, I'll do some recording and lives, some fun stuff like that. Oops, now I get all the fuzzies. Ick. But it happens. Let's hold that over. So that one's at the very bottom. This one's at the very top. Now, this is where I need those 2 together because I need to make sure I get one in the center. So I'll just put that one on top. Yes, he is sleeping and snoring, Christine. Christina, yes, he sure is. Okay, I'm just going to lay it here till I feel it center. But I think he's may have gone into another realm of sleep. He's not as loud. Oh my gosh, the other night, that boy was snoring so loud. Oh, there's times. Surprised the neighbors don't hear him snoring. Okay, and that one will go into the center. So we kind of have to reset up here a little bit. Okay. Oh, let's put the white things on real quick because it's easier to do it right now. And it's these inserts here at the top, and you don't have to put them on. They are nice if you want to write a date or anything on them. And I did do them on the front and the back so they match. Now the dividers, they don't really serve a purpose unless you are going to section out your book. They just look cute. But you definitely could do, like this is garden, this is summer, if you are going to set yours up. And I think this paper would be a cute recipe paper. Now we can put these together with the white added. So my top tab will go in now. Let's see. Okay. That one goes back. Now I need to go ahead and pull out a blank one. We're just going to trade these around. So I'll put the blank one down. I think I got out of order. So we're going to kind of start over from this. We have 2 blank ones in a row, and I'm going to go back over it with you. Sorry. I'm sure I got everybody mixed up. And then our 2 4x6s, and we'll go over it again. Oh, so, okay. Then our middle tab goes down next. And then our 4x4s. Okay. It's not so messed up as I thought it would be. Now we're back on. Then our half page. Then our pocket. Our 4x6. And this is the last page with the insert in the bottom. So I'll go back over those with you. The only thing I need to do is add, whoops. Okay, to the center flap. Now that I've got you guys, I know, I'm sorry, Tian, so I'm starting all over. Okay. Page number 1 is our pocket. And then right now it's just hanging there. We'll glue it on. That's the piece we cut. Oh, my darn camera. Come on. Straighten up. That one's first. Our 6x8, the full 6x8 goes down next. I think it's the plastic doing it. Then we have just a regular insert is next. Then a 4x6, that half page is next. Then we have the first tab. And that one is, it goes there. I'm fixing the focus on my camera. Then we have our 2 3x4s with the 4x6 at the bottom. Full page, just the insert. And we have 2 of those together. They kind of become a center spread. Then we have 2 4x6 sleeves, top and bottom. Then we have our center tab. Our 4 3x4s. The page that we cut. Then our pocket. Our second 4x6 and the tab at the bottom. And that will be the order of our pages. Okay, what I want to get out, I want you guys to get out. Is your 6x8. Over. And you know what? I showed mine on camera, this one, so we might be a little out of order, but we're fine. There are, oh, hi, Ray. There are a couple of pages that I want, there's 2 pages that I want you to pull out. And they are going to be for our cover. Because we didn't use the 12x12, but see, you're not even going to notice where the seam is. You can't see the seam. We're going to put this together, and that's where this frame came into play, and it covers the seam very nicely, so we don't have to, it doesn't show at all. And I hope you all have your picture of Wilbur. That came off of the paper, one of my paper collections, but we're going to grab this out so that we have it. Okay. And I'm going to show you, it's these 2 right here. And I know this is going to seem weird, but we are actually, it will be upside down. But the way we cut it and the way we use it, you don't know it's upside down. Now, the reason I did this upside down is the flowers at the bottom, we would have just buried them and hid them. But now this way, the flowers are all at the top. And you don't even notice it. Now we've got, I want to grab something. We've got a couple that look almost the same. And I'm just making sure that is not the right one. See, that's the problem. This paper's so close. It's this one. There we go. I knew that was looking a little different. Okay. It's this one. Do you see how close these are, you guys? They're super close. And you can use them as a spread, but you see the backgrounds, how this one's lighter, this one's darker. So we want this lighter background. get rid of him so we don't accidentally use it in our papers. And then I put them on upside down, but you won't even notice it. Actually, we went this way. You won't even see it. So these, you guys need to put away. We're not even going to use those, or you can mark them, but these are your front cover. And because I'm not going to use the back, I'm just going to put right on there, front cover. And then when I turn it over to use it for something else, you're going to say, no, that's your front cover, because you know me very well. So that is the main one that I wanted you to put away before we all get started. The rest, they're safe. Oh, one of those little thingies fell out. Hurry. Now you can get into this one, and you'll notice we're going to use this, and we're going to use this. And you're going to have 2 sheets. Man, they're so heavy, it's hard to tell. Mine are out of order from showing them, so we're going to have 2 of those, 2 of the chartreuse, 2 of, well, number 3, and they number theirs, and 2 of number 4. We're not using those. Okay, now I'm together. There we go. And that's our cover, because we want to use the cover. Okay, well, let's get started. We're going to start by matting our pocket. So I cut her back out. And as always, we're going to keep these branding strips because we do use these a lot. We want number 1 on your buzz, because we're going to cut it. And we're going to cut this so it covers this whole page. Let me show you. See how we have it covering here? And then we're going to get our 6x8. And again, you've got a whole bunch in here that looks so much alike. You got to be careful. Like this has a brown burlap. This does not. This has like your tickets, but it's very close. Very close. Okay, that's the one we want. And then it has the blue. We're going to use the top and the bottom. And then for the inside, we're going to use some of our yellow 12x12 paper. And then this one matches this one. It has the brown. So that's the one we're going to start with. And then we do want a piece that has all the flowers. I gotta fan this. There it is. So we're going to use that 1 sheet. We're going to use the other 2 too. But we use it. We use this piece for a lot of our matting. So we'll just start with that one. We'll start with this. And of course, we'll need our 6x12. I mean 12x12. And then we're going to need the yellow 12x12. You know, that color, when I first saw it, I'm like, oh no. But it actually looks pretty cool. That's what I put behind the door. So it looks like there's a cement wall back there. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't look too bad after all, does it? When you put it with the right one, it looks pretty good. Then for inking, I just used my Catherine Pooler. I used some of the green that we had been using, but I think I'm going to try this spiced. And I do have her honeycomb, but it was really bright yellow. I'm supposed to be getting my shipment today, but it hasn't come yet. See, that one was kind of yellow, the honeycomb, but it's not too bad. I tried it on a scrap. So we're going to start. Let's just cut this in half, which is at 4. This one's at the bottom with the flower in the right-hand side, so you can just set that aside. And I don't want to get that on anything, because I will. And then we can go ahead and take out that pocket piece, the pocket and the piece, because we need them both. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to mat. I'm going to mat this whole piece, and we're going to we're just going to mat down into the pocket. So I went 5 inches. We're going to cut a 5-inch, and we're going to cut it at 6 5/8. So 6 5/8 wide, 5 inches top and bottom. And that one was number 1. And it doesn't matter what direction. That's what was really nice. So we have to actually cut our width first. No, we don't. I'm going to cut my 5 inches first. Then we're going to cut our 6 5/8. It is going to cover the holes, but we're going to repunch them, so we're okay. And then we can go ahead and ink our edges. And I'm not going crazy. I'm just covering up the white. Makes your pocket look so much bigger when we extend it clear over. It's amazing. Okay. Now on the back side, we're going to go ahead and put that on. That, oh no, not yet. We got to poke our holes, then we will. But we're not going to do that yet. So we're going to mat this little guy. And then we'll go on to the other side and poke that hole. And also here, remember, we're going to fold it back. So when we measure for the yellow, just fold that back, and it's 5. 5 5/8. Now our length, remember we cut it just a hair short. So I'll go 3 3/4 by 5 5/8. And we're going to use this yellow piece at 3 3/4 and 5 5/8. Whoops. And let's double check our fit here. That's good. Looks fine. Okay, you can round your corners if you like the fit. Yeah, it's a little tight there because it's heavy. You can use either side. Okay. Now for the front, this is going to be the same length that we just did this one. And I did mine at 3 3/4. I might go just a little bit wider. Let's see here. Let's turn on that. Because it does measure 3 3/4. I mean, you should, I'm going to cut it a hair wider. Oops. So remember this, we have the one at the top, no, the one at the bottom, and this one at the top where it's on the left-hand side, but we're going to use the back side. I thought it was really cool when you get this. It has dry goods and some numbers and some writing. It looks really cool, actually. And then, oh, we need to cut the same length. It's going to be 5 5/8 long. So I'll cut my 5 5/8. And I'm going to go this time just a hair over 3 3/4. It's such a pretty color. Hello, Monica. How are you doing? Okay, let's go ahead and cut our floral. Now, it's totally up to you. You can take it off this long way, and then everything will be going the right direction. Did I use that on the other one? No, but I used it on pockets. Hold on. Let's double check. Nope, I didn't. So I'm just going to cut a 7/8 of an inch piece. Are you getting ready for the retreat? Oh, so are we. It's a lot of fun. We can't wait. So 3 3/4. Again, I'm just going to go a hair over the 3 3/4 long because that's what it was. Oops, on the matting. And I'm just making sure I have my bee going in the right direction. And we are going to cover that hole because we have to poke a new one. Okay, so I'm just going to clean that off for a minute. Really don't, I mean, glue's going to get back in there anyway, so there was really probably no sense in that. But we're going to put that down in just a second. And then we're going to put our 4x6 card here. And I need to go in and put these down really quick. I know I'm behind, guys. I prepared the other one, which was for my tutorial, which was for the sample. And I should have done them both at the same time. And if you're new to these, do make sure you use glue because it's not going to stick forever. You do have enough of your 12 by 12. If you want to fill this in, just like we did up here, if you want to cut a piece and then mat, you can. I had thought about doing that, but then I put it down. I thought, okay, it doesn't look too bad. It would look better if my paper wasn't upside down. There we go. It doesn't look too bad, but you certainly could cut the matting to match and poke the new holes. I didn't because I thought it looked okay. And again, I don't know why they don't make things to fit the cardstock, but that's okay because we're crafters. We can change it and make it work. Okay, this little guy. Now he's just going to go to the top. So I didn't worry about the hole because we're punching a new one. Just if you make sure it's flush with the top, it's going to be in the right place. I promise, guys. So we're going to turn this over to the back. I'm just going to put that to the very top. While that dries, I want to go ahead and put some adhesive under the pocket and close it. You don't have to. Things probably won't fall out because the rings are there, but I like to close mine. Now once you feel that's dry, you can use a regular hole punch too. And I'm just going to line up in the hole. This, I don't have one big enough. If I take that back, I have one of those We Are Memories keepers with all the different sizes. I just don't know where it is. But it doesn't, it's fine. It goes right into the ring and it doesn't cause a problem at all. And that is the front. So we'll be doing the decorating separate on this one. So that's the front. And we can go ahead and flip this to the back. Okay. So the back, what I did is I did a belly band, and this is going to come when we punch that thumb hole off of that page we cut in half. So that we'll put that on at the end. But I did just kind of like a mock belly band. And this will be from that extra pack. And then this is the cardstock from everything that was left over, but it made a nice big photo mat. Okay, let's get out our 6x8. And so we want, put that in the back. We want this one. This has the darker background. It has the yellow on the back. And then we just cut into the chartreuse kind of color. It's number 2. And this is the piece we want to cut that little belly band from. And we are going to cut that at 1 1/4. And then I cut it. Let me show you. I went the width of our page, which is 6 3/4. So we can take it from that edge, and I'll go ahead and cut that right now at 1 1/4 by 6 3/4. And let's go ahead and ink the edges. We're just going to glue down the 2 sides. There's no scoring. This won't score too great, or it hasn't. I've tried it in the past, but you can, but I just did it as a tuck band. And then the floral, again, it has the yellow on the back. Yeah, hello. Well, hellos. Yes, isn't it gorgeous? The Botanical Buzz. And then I'm using the spiced, and it looks pretty good with it. Okay, we'll put that down first, of course. And then just come right about, I just stayed about 1/8 of an inch from the holes because I wanted a little bit more white for the band. And right in the center between these 2 holes is where you'll glue this down. hold that so it doesn't slip for just a minute. Okay, and I'm just kind of pushing it down there on the edge of the paper. Make sure it's down. Okay, so let's go and pop that in our book. And then we'll take out our 6x8 sleeve. And also for this one, so let me take mine out so we can look at both as we're working on them. This one is, I'll just take it out, is going to be the solid cardstock. That is the green. Should be number, I think, 3. It is. I thought that was so pretty. And then we want our 6x8 that has that design on the back. Oh, it's our other double card. So that one has the double again, but it has the collage papers instead of the brown. We're going to have that on the back. We'll need to cut this a little bit. And then when we get to the decorating, this is all, we already did this on the kind of homework where we took out our fencing and all that fun stuff. We're going to create this little guy and this one from that sheet of flowers. And then see the back is going to be the solid green, super pretty together. So, and that is going to be the border strip from the paper we just used a few minutes ago. Or is it up? Nope, it's not on this one. It's on the other one. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to cut this at 6 inches. No pattern, so we don't have to worry about that, which is nice. And because this one's in my reach, I'm going to go ahead and cut off this border strip. We're leaving this at 12. That's going to be 6x12. And then on this one that we just used on the front, let's go ahead and take off our border strip because we're going to use that. And in fact, we can go ahead and cut it at, oh, no, this is longer. I did this once before. So this ends up being longer. It's 8 1/4. Because, you know, I made it longer because the pockets are longer than 8 inches. So let's go ahead and, you know, let's not cut this. Let's cut it when we get the paper. We'll cut it off so it fits perfect. But we're going to score. So we want to score our 12-inch piece. And we are going to score this at 3. Well, no, we're not. We're going to score it at 8 1/4 because I talked to you about this in my last one we did, where these are longer than 8 inches. They're 8 1/4, and I want it to go to the bottom. So in your scoreboard with the 12 across the top, I just want you to score this at 8 1/4. See, and this is where sometimes this one did score pretty nice actually, but I still inked it. And this will be the inside. So I just fold that over. That's going to be the outside that hangs over the edge of the pocket. Hi, Deb. Oh, well, welcome and thank you. You know, if you're, I guess I should be welcoming you guys in. I am so sorry. We make sure you like and subscribe. That way you won't miss any of the videos. And then if you also just search Country Craft Creations, you'll find our designers. But we have a really fun group, Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations on Facebook. And that's where you get the first notifications, the first dibs on all the new product that comes in and the videos. And we also have a TikTok and we have an Instagram. So yeah, be sure to check us out. And welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So I'm going to put this down in the pocket. And sometimes you'll have to, no, it's going to go nicely. Oh, Deb, on September 15th for our December daily. Yes, in fact, the merchandise has just started coming in, and it's I do my December dailies different. I'll tell you guys. But right now we'll finish here. So now it fits beautifully into the pocket. We don't have to have that gap. I just don't like that. I like them to fit where they belong, in the pocket. Okay, let's round our corners if you'd like. And let's ink our edges. While I'm inking the edges, so many of you know, many of you have been with me for years, our December daily, I do it after Christmas. I don't do it during Christmas because I started in the end of January, but we sell the kit. You want to get your kit because they sell out fast. And then we do the tutorial through February. And the nice thing is, come December, you're all set. You have, oh, I'm going to go across the top. Come December, your December daily is done, and we spend the month having fun. Jacqueline last year created the best advent calendar in our group, Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations. That's where the free printables and all that fun stuff is. But come December, you're ready. You get to start. Now, we do have an access only pass for last year's. I'm doing them different this year. I'm going back to me. What can I say? I'll explain it. Yeah, I don't want to do that in our tutorial here. I need to straighten this up. But last year's we did do in a private group. And we do have the access pass to that tutorial. It's on the, I'm going to have to find it actually. But I will let you know in Scrapbookers. Okay, I wanted to double mat. So I brought this one in, and we are going to have to cut off some of the edge because this is 6 inches. And I'm going to leave the 8 inches. The 8 inches is perfect, but let's go ahead and cut this at 5 3/4. Of course, we keep every little scrap till we're done. So 5 3/4. And that will be the background. And Deb, did you find us? Find the website countrycraftcreations.com. Oh, we have so much fun stuff going on all the time. All the time. We're so busy. Well, Christina, more than that, it's a great, yeah, it is. It's you guys that make it so great, our group. And it just makes paper crafting so much enjoyable. So enjoyable when we're just crafting together. We're getting ready for our September retreat. Super excited about that. Okay. Oh, you have. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Deb. I appreciate the support, and so do my great group of employees. They're so wonderful. Let me tell you. Okay. So we have that done, but now we want to go ahead and use this piece. And what I'm going to do is create this little border, and then we're going to create the banner. So this border piece I cut is 1 1/4, and this is 6 inches. So I'm going to use this side. And I want to cut it at 1 1/4. I still need that by 6. Then our banner piece, which is going to come from the front. It's going to be the 1 inch by 5 inches. We need that for the back. There's nothing we can do. If you have a bee, he's going to be upside down. But it's not going to matter. So 1 inch by 5 inch. Well, tomorrow, Tian, I pick up all my, Simple Story. This year, it's a different company, but I loved the paper so much because it's that Christmas in the City vibes. And I can't wait. I'm picking up my sample papers so that I can get mine. I've got the design ready for it, but now I need to create it. So this is going to stick out a little bit, but I'm going to trim it. And I like to do it that way so that it's perfectly on. And it is 6 inches, but for some reason it's a little off. Okay. Let me get you measurement. 1 inch from the bottom. I'm going to use my grid here. Actually, use my spacer. I broke my yellow one. I'm waiting for more to come in. Okay, that's going to give me a straight 1 inch across the bottom. So just 1 inch from that bottom edge. Yeah, it's going to be so fun. I have been practicing some new things to do in it. Push that up. Okay. Now I'm going to trim that off. We can re-ink that edge. Okay, for our banner, I need my scissors. Just pick an end. We're going to cut up about 1/2 inch in the center, and then just corner to center. Now, the thing that's different about the December daily kit, you get your cutting guide. It will be printed for you. You'll have a printed cutting guide. So that is one thing that's different than just a kit like this. You get that, and there's going to be some other fun things in there this year. Okay, I'm just going to overlap this top and bottom, and then when we decorate, we'll have Dreamer. And we'll do all this other fun stuff. Okay, not really measuring. I'm just going to overlap it so it's about halfway. Or not halfway, about a quarter overlap. And then Dreamer will just go along there. And and that birdhouse. Look at that birdhouse. Or bee house. It's not a birdhouse. This is bee house. Sorry. And we'll come back and do all the white, especially when I'm inking. I'm getting the white, and I don't want to do that. So we'll get our pages made, the inking done, and we'll put these on as we're decorating. And then when we turn this over, but the one thing I am going to cut so that we don't, we don't cut into it again later, is from the second piece of our bees, not bees, but our floral. We do cut a photo mat. And it's 4 by 6. Sorry, it's 4.5 by 6. I'm going to just, it is going the wrong direction again, but we cover it with the white photo mat. So it doesn't, let me show you. It doesn't show, but we have that nice floral around there that looks really pretty. And when you cut the white, I'll give you the measurements again, but it's 4 inches by 5 3/4. So we're going to put that on in a minute. But first we want to go ahead and take that border strip that we cut. This one. And I came in a 1/2 inch. From the left-hand side. So I'll glue this down and then I'll just cut it like we did the other piece so that it matches perfect. So I just need to come down to there. I'll do it on there. Oops. It did it like that to me on the other one too, and I got it crooked. There we go. Okay, we'll just ink that bottom. And then we'll take our photo mat piece. Oh, did I already? I did. I already inked them. Well, they're getting it again. And then we'll add our Hello Sunshine. We'll add our flowers when we're doing our decorating. Okay, so I just eyeballed it, but it's a 1/2 inch from the top. If you want, just if you need to measure yours, it's a 1/2 inch from the top. Oh, that one's over here. Let's put this one back. Okay, let's grab our this mat, and you're gonna need. Let's see, we already sorted those out, except I haven't sorted the second set out yet. So let me grab my package. Okay. So from your, I call it, they're calling it just, ephemera stackers. I call it junk journal stacker because this is such good junk journal stuff. And we want to take out, it says all for the gold. I'll show you what I did. And or you saw the walkthrough. So I added a photo mat. I did end up rounding the corners and I inked it up a little bit more. And then on the inside, I'm going to use the burlap. It's the back. Let's get into our 6x8 here of the wood grain. And I love that. That's so pretty. But we're going to use this side so we can use the pretty frames. Okay. I'm going to start and round these two corners off. There's so many ways. Oh my gosh. I kept thinking, gosh, we can do so much with this thing. I just loved it. I'm going to go ahead and ink all these edges. So that will be the base. Then we can go ahead and get these. And I did go a little bit more. As you can see, I'm going right on to the page with it this time. It was just too plain. I need to add some personality to it. Some extra color there. And we're going to score this at 1 inch. Put this over here so that it flips up. I just left the back. I left it white for journaling, but you do have some of your 12x12s left over. If you want to mat it, you certainly can. I was so proud of myself. I made sure not only did we have plenty of paper, that I had plenty left over for you instead of having to use pieces and parts. I made sure that we had plenty of what we needed. So I'm just going to go on that edge a little bit. And so I'm going to go ahead, because I didn't do my crafty prep work here. I'm going to pop these on really quick. Did anybody else get theirs done? I did get the other album done. My sample one. And these just make it look finished. I like them. I really like that they provide those in the albums with 49 to Market. Okay, now I'll feel better. They're done. Homer, don't bark. I can tell when he's getting ready to bark. Okay. So now this will fit down nice and neat. You guys are too quiet. Okay, then this one, I just put to the top of the matting, but you might want to check this. It should hit perfect. If it's a little bit long, definitely go up above the matting, because see, when you flip it, you won't see it. And I'm kind of thinking I want to do that this time. Take it right to the top. Other one, I just put it right at the matting, but I'm gonna go to the top. And then I have to show you. These I do want to get out because I thought these were pretty cool. Oh, Tian, you guys are so you're mesmerized or you're bored. Guess what, Tomali? That's what I'm having for dinner when I get done is cereal. And I'm okay with that. There's times cereal's just really good. When we were sorting, do you guys remember these little things? Let me get them out of the ephemera pack. Okay, where's my ephemera pack? Sorry about the noise. It's our die cut. So come on, there's our frames. The frames came in the ephemera, so well, I'll have to show them to you because they're either in the ephemera or they were in our die cut. I don't think they were in the die cuts. No, they're in the ephemera. They look like little metal brass. And this is from the original kit, so I don't want to mess anything up. They're little brads, and they look like metal. I used them. I had one left. Anyway, when we get there, I'll show you. I'm going to use them here this time because they look really cool. Oh, Linda, thank you so much. Now, do you see the difference when we decorate this? It completely changes the looks when we get there. And again, if you don't like it, you could leave it. But I was like, no, I don't. We need some color. We've got to bring these. And I'm just like, I really like this little flap. It turned out very usable, very cute. Okay, the back. So for the back, we are going to use that piece. There's a piece here that has a top. No, that's not. It's okay. That is the right one. Nope. The tops are different again, so we have to watch that. That's the thing. You have two almost the same. Okay. Okay, that is it. Nope, that's not. See, my flowers are over here on the left. There we go. So I think this was made so you could do a layout. And actually, we kind of we'll be doing that, but you have one with the bigger flowers on the left, and that's the one that we're going to use. And then this is going to be, it's a photo mat, but it's going to come from, let me get that out for you. Okay. Because I just didn't want this plain. We're going to add another border strip. So it's going to come out of your, and I'll have these all sorted before we start again on Thursday. It comes from in here. And it's your paper ones, okay? Remember how we got these all sorted? Well, mine's not. It will be. Okay, well, we're not going to put that down tonight anyway, but it's going to be from the paper. It's actually this one, and I cut it. So I will be cutting this, and then I did take my scissors and rough it up. I'm going to cut it to fit this square. Well, we could do it now. So it's this one, and it is just paper. Oh, you guys just wait for this one. It's going to be so great. Okay, we're going to cut our photo mat. We're going to cut this. And it's going to be 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. I didn't want to take off any of these knobby edges, but, well, you're going to anyway. Let me show you. You have one that kind of sticks out here, and then you have these guys. Well, I wanted these guys on this left-hand side. So if you turn this over, you want to take your straight-edged side to the 5 3/4. And do hold on to everything. Then we'll be doing our white photo mat that'll go here. I'm going to move this for a minute, but it covers. We're going to cover this, but we have to take our scissors. Or if you have an edger that does this for you. Now mine tore in places, and I liked it. So if it tears, don't worry. Your glue's gonna stick it down, and it's gonna look really cool. So I'm just taking my scissors. So I find when I go this way, see, it'll tear it. So if you don't want it to tear, then just hold it this way. Like I said, mine tore, and it just added more personality. I liked it. And you might have the tool. See, it tore, and that's okay. I thought this looked really cool to give it layers. Don't worry if it does that. Oh, because my scissors are pretty sharp. But the glue will take care of that. And it's messy. Okay. Take your ink. And this is just lightweight paper, so when we glue it, don't saturate your paper. Okay. Then when we do the white photo mat, it's 3.5 by 5.5. Okay, a minute ago, we had this piece, and you can cut a longer one if you want. I didn't. I brought it down into the, so I'm not pushing that down if you notice. And then I'm going to have some flowers there, but you can cut another border strip if you want it longer. This is what we just cut off of our, that first page. So it's about 4 3/4 or so. And I'm just going to bring it down. So it's a little bit under the doily, just to add another layer there before we push this down. Like I said, even where it was torn, it's fine. And this ink gave it a different kind of personality than I used a different color here. I was using, what's my favorite one? What's that favorite one we use? Cashmere. And then the bow is going to come from our ephemera. We'll just pop it there. Some flowers. The word. And of course the white photo mat. Put that one back in the book. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're doing good on time. Okay. Then this will sit down after we ink our edges. And then it looks so different when we get all the decorations on. We're just kind of getting our foundation set up here. Okay, whoops. We'll put that one away. And then we're going to need, we'll do our 4x6, and that's probably where we'll stop. Or we'll see. Wait a minute. Oh, no, we'll keep going. For our little 4x6, again, this is going to come from, that's just the paper back there. That one. The smaller one. I got to do the edges anywhere. The one I cut. No, I did not cut that one. It's a little short. How come these are a little short? Okay, well, we're just going to go with this one. No, we're not. Let me show you where this one goes. That one we actually need, we need to put this one away. That's going to be on the very last page. Okay. Didn't have writing. I'm trying to find that. Sorry, let me get back in here some more. I do have some more pieces. So I'm going to go with this one because gosh, these guys they're not matching up. I don't want it that dark. This one is for the back. We can't use that. Nope, we're going to have to go with that one. Because I can't imagine. Oh, there we go. We're going to cut most of that off. We're going to cut it off at 4. This one is a little bit different than that one, but it will work. I'm going to use the top here, and I'm going to cut it. So bring it to the shorter edge here at 6. There we go. So I'm going to take just not quite 1/8 of an inch off. We're going to take a little bit off the bottom. So measure yours. If you're just joining in the beginning, I had to trim mine because they were a little, well, they weren't the right size. There we go. That's going to look great with the photo mat. Oh yeah, and then I covered a lot of it, so either piece will work. But let's go ahead and do the edges a little bit. Remember, if it tears, that's okay. It'll glue right down, and it just adds to it. Let's get out also. It's a ticket, and this is why I had to sort it and why I didn't get mine sorted. Yep, and it's the 5. So I cut this about in half. We'll use that on something else. And ink our edges. So that's going to go down, and then we're going to cut a photo mat that's going, not a photo mat, this is going to be the back. That's 3 3/4. You can kind of see it. It blends in with the same color, and it is your dark. I'll show you this one. It's number 4. We're going to cut the 3 3/4 by 5. So we're going to go ahead and put this one down. All right, let's get our edges inked. Do you guys see with this Catherine Pooler ink? I haven't re-inked my dauber. It's so crazy. Let's not do it over that, because it will shed where we've gone over it with the scissors and roughed up the edge. So on this piece is where this is going to sit. But we will do that after we put it down because we don't want to put it in the wrong place. So we're going to put the paper down first. This one is different than that piece, but that's okay. Remember, it's paper. It's not very heavy, so you don't want to saturate it too bad. So I had it upside down a minute ago. I may have to cut this just a little. So trim yours to fit. I'm just going to take a little bit off so it's not quite so wide. Let's check that fit. Actually, that looks really cool. So I'm going to bring it more to the bottom. All right. I'm just going to take it up to the words. And it is sitting to the left, and it's about 1/8 of an inch from the corner. And I'm sorry if you hear Wilbur snore. Let's bring that down a little bit more. And then once we get this other stuff, it looks great. I know right now it looks like you're like, oh, that doesn't matter. Yes, it does though. Anything is possible. It just, and then the beehives are on the inside. And I put friends because I thought, how cute. Anything is possible. We look pretty rough. And then there we are all polished in our frames. So this is just going to be another one of those cute all around good theme albums. I know Lexi's mother-in-law, we got to get the wedding going here, those two. We tell them, get done with school so you two can get this wedding going. But his mother, my granddaughter's boyfriend's mother, has, I don't know if she still has bees in Virginia. They're in Virginia. But so she wants to take one of these and put it together for her. And I thought, how cool is that for Christmas? Not just bees, but and then family and nature hikes. And it's just going to be so fun for that kind of stuff. Then on the inside, I used the same paper. I used it for these two inside pieces and then for the outside. Now, again, measure, and let's put our, if you haven't, I'm going to put my protectors on, front and back real quick. And then we can measure and we'll cut those burlappy pieces. I don't know about you guys, but when I get started on one of these, I could go all night and just finish it with you. I love to do them, but reality says we can't. We should pull an all-nighter one time. Okay, now we can get a good measurement because these are a little bit different. And I measured, so we're looking at 6 1/4. So my length will be 6 1/8. Looks like 3 7/8 on all three of them. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut. Except for that one won't work. So we want 3 of them. 3 7/8. And then we'll cut our length at 6 1/8. Actually, I don't have to open that. Use that side. Okay, let's go ahead and ink all of our edges. We'll put these guys down in the book. And then we'll go ahead and map the front of the next insert. And that's where I'll leave you. And then we'll pick up on Thursday morning. Oh, hold on a second. Did you find a little bug? Oh my gosh, the cutest thing. It's been raining. And apparently there's like a centipede or a worm or something out there. And Charlotte has never seen one. And my window's right here. And so she's trying. Oh my gosh. Have you ever seen if beagles and when they find something new are the cutest things on earth? Wish I could film her right here at my window. It's the cutest thing. She's like, I don't know what this thing is. I had some glue there. Kind of toward, there we go. So you just glue it back down. Oh, picks up all the ink. Okay, and then our back side. Now, once again, you have plenty of your coordinating cardstock. So if you feel that you want a brighter color than the burlap, but I do add some of the blue. We'll add some cute things here on the back. Okay. So we will now put that in our book. We'll do one more page and we're in good shape. So for this one, we have our 6x8 collage paper. Super cute. And then we'll have that fence boards for the back. And at the bottom, this is going to come when we decorate. This pocket comes from the cover sheet. Isn't that neat that they put that stuff on the cover sheet? I just love it. Okay, let's grab our 2 pieces that we need then. So we need a collage, and then we need the wood and burlap. And this is going to be the first insert page with the insert, or not the insert, but the tab at the top. So this is the front and this is the back. And I'll have all my holes covered before Thursday. So our next live will be Thursday morning. Thursday morning, I have it down. And then I was going to do Thursday night, but I have to see the new grandbaby again. I haven't seen her for 2 weeks, and she's going to be a month, so I have to see her. I love you guys, but I have to see the baby. And then it's, gosh, can you believe we're going to have a great Labor Day weekend and then go into fall. But we'll be, Thursday morning we'll be live. I'll let you know about Sunday evening. We'll see how the day goes. And then we'll be back next Tuesday. I guess I'll have to live without you guys for a couple of days. I don't want to. Oh, wow. I have a sticky thing there. A little dot. Actually, I have them everywhere. And I need to fill my glue bottles. Okay, make sure it's upright because the tab should be at the very top. And the collage sheet will go at the very, not the very top, I mean, go at the front of the page. Uh-oh, I need to fill my glue bottles. Yep, I do. So pretty. Okay. Okay, we're off to a good start. Put that in there. We'll close it up. And then if you've just joined or you don't have your kit yet, this will give you time to get caught up. And if you haven't seen the kit, you can check the walkthrough on my channel. Go under my live tabs. So under the live tabs, that will get you the videos. It's not under videos because I do all mine live. And then so we've gotten quite a bit done. We did good. We've got that little guy done and that done. And so when we pick up on Thursday morning, we'll probably get another half of the book done. So, and then Sunday, oh yeah, we always do good though. You guys are great little students. You're great crafting students. There we go. Okay, guys, that's where I'm going to leave you. And I will see you Thursday morning, probably 9 o'clock my time. It's Mountain Standard if you're just watching for the first time, but it stays recorded. So don't you guys even worry. Oh, thank you, Linda. Yes, sweet dreams to, Tian. Sweet dreams to all of you. And have a great night. Good night.